Welcome to the Simple Software Training University video number 216, the View menu. In this video, we will go over all the options in the View menu, which is for editing and changing how you want to see the images and information about the documents in the current batch. Now, the View menu is mostly based on viewing and manipulating the images, so most of the options are grayed out until you run a batch. So we'll go ahead and run the job. Now once it's done, we see that all these options are now selectable. So the first three have to do with manipulating the actual image itself. So let's make this a full screen. Now we have actual size, full page, and page width. All of them have shortcuts, so you can use Control-A for actual size, Control-B for full page, and Control-W for page width. Now, full page and page width also have these buttons here that are the same. So actual size shows you how big the document would be in actual size based on your screen's resolution. Full page shows you the entire image, and page width zooms in until it is fully across the image itself. Now you can also do some zooming as well with these zoom buttons here. You can zoom in and out. And of course go directly back to the size that you want with the page width button. You can also use the zoom in mouse action as well. The image grid, or F12, the grid checkbox, or the grid button, grid button, shows you all the documents that were read in the batch, their index fields, along with their original file name and format, and the number of pages. You can, of course, adjust the sizes of these fields if you want, to whatever you'd like. The image thumbnails show you thumbnails of the current document that you're viewing, if it's a multi-page image file. So this particular document that we're looking at has 4 pages. We can scroll through them like this. But in the thumbnail view, you can see those particular pages here, or double-click to select the one you want. The batch thumbnails opens up Simple View, which is our thumbnail viewing software. And it allows you to manipulate images in a more advanced manner than Simple Index currently does. So you can not only see the files themselves here, but you can also see the thumbnails below and the viewer, which you can manipulate. A free version is included with all Simple Index downloads. The OCR text shows you the text that was recognized for this particular document. So in this case, I'm doing zonal OCR, which means that it tells me what field, what was recognized in that field for the zone. And if you'd like to see the zones, you can hit the set field coordinates and it shows us the zones here. If you change the size of the columns, then you can also reset grid columns, and that'll automatically shrink them down to an appropriate size, back to default. And if you maximize them again, you can do the same thing. The input folder, processing folder, output folder, log folder, and backup folder are quick links to folders that are configured within this particular Simple Index job configuration. The input folder is where it imports images from, so if we click that, it opens it. The output folder is where it'll save to once the images have been run. The processing folder is the temp folder with the date and time of the particular batch that you're on. The log folder is a logging folder. If you have the log enabled in the job options, it takes you to where the log is located. And then finally, the backup folder is if you're automatically backing up input files, or you cancel out of a batch and you back up the images, it goes to the backup folder. Again, with the batch ID, which is the day, at the time, and military time. We also have the annotation toolbar, which we'll be reviewing in another video, but you can see that it shows or disables the annotation toolbar, which allows you to do markups on the image. Now, enable zoom locking is an option that's not checked by default, but if it is checked, selecting a particular field makes it automatically zoom in to that particular region. So based on the zone that's drawn, it zooms in. And that makes it very easy to auto-key in information or to confirm particular fields were read correctly by zooming in on the field once it's selected. That's the end of the Simple Software Training University video number 216, the View menu. We've seen how to change the sizing of images, display the images and documents in different formats, as well as how to directly open folders used in the current configuration.